Welcome into College Corner for Friday, getting you my best bets here. Yesterday, great day, 4-0 here on the YouTube channel. We cashed everything, but man, New Mexico kept me up till 2 a.m. last night. It's early here this morning. I got 3 more plays. Hopefully we can keep things rolling for you with another great slate in conference tournament action. If you guys are looking for more, drop me a follow on Twitter. I'll include that link down below. I'm sure I'll have more. I'm just getting into these plays for today because, again, late night last night. But let's not waste any more time. We'll get into 3 of my favorite bets for Friday. All right, let's start in the MAC. I'm going to Akron -2 against Ohio. We've got 2 teams here that split their season series, each winning 1 apiece. I believe both teams won at home. We get the neutral site here. What I really like for Akron is having a major advantage on the glass on both ends of the floor. It's a really good defensive rebounding team, top 45 in the country there. And then for Ohio, they're outside the top 300 in defensive rebounding. So I like that we're going to see Ohio be able to get some second chance points on the offensive end and limit those second chance points for Ohio when they're on the defensive end. The Bobcats are a team that take a lot of threes. 42% of their shots are from 3. So if you're going to be able to defend them and beat them, you've got to be able to limit those 3-point shots and limit those 3-point makes. And that's exactly what Akron does. They're actually 18th in the country in 3-point defense, so very, very good. Their opponents are shooting 30.5%. So we've got a good matchup here for their defense to be able to take away any second chance points and have those first attempts be misses because they're going to be a team taking a lot of threes here. Now for Akron, pretty similar in their offensive makeup. They take a lot of threes at a pretty similar rate as well. They are struggling a little bit as of late in terms of their efficiency, but Ohio should help. Ohio's 3-point defense isn't anywhere near as good. Their opponents are shooting close to 34% from 3, which is in the bottom half of the country. So a better opportunity here for their 3-point attack to find some success. And what I like as well is they should be able to keep offensive possessions efficient even in these misses. Should get to the free throw line at a good amount. They're doing it already on the season as a season's average, but this Ohio defense is putting teams to the line quite a bit, 237th in opponent free throw rate. So I'm looking at this Ohio team or this Akron team that plays with a lot of length but can still make some threes, and looking for a guy like Sammy Hunter who's shooting close to 38% from 3 to be a big factor in this game and giving Akron the cover after we saw top seed Toledo go down. Akron looking to survive as one of the top seeds in this tournament. I think they do that here with a win over Ohio. Next up, we head to the Big Ten for a game between Nebraska and Indiana. I have faded this Indiana team in these matchups with Nebraska twice now this season, and I'm hoping I don't get bitten here with the third because I'm surprised by this line. I know it's a neutral court, and Nebraska is a team that's been terrific at home and not great on the road. They're 3.5-point favorites against Indiana, a team they've beaten by 15 plus in both games during the regular season. I know Indiana's playing some better ball as of late. Nebraska's been sitting around. This is their first game of the tournament, where Indiana just came off a game last night against Penn State. The reason that I say this is hard for me to see this game being any different, that I think Nebraska wins this game pretty easily. Nebraska is a team that boasts an elite defense. They're very, very good. They're like 28th, I believe, in KenPom's adjusted efficiency metric defensively. But what they're really, really good at is guarding the interior and defending from 2. Their opponents are shooting 45% from 2. That's 14th in the entire country. So very, very good there. And you look at this Indiana team and their makeup, they're a bottom 10 3-point shooting team in the country. You don't take much of any threes, aren't efficient when they do take them, and they rely on Kalele Ware and Malik Reneau to get them their points scoring on the inside. And that's something that we just mentioned. Nebraska is going to be able to take away. Because of that size they have with Ware and Reneau, they do get to the free throw line quite a bit, but Nebraska is a team that defends the interior well and does it without fouling. They're 59th in opponent free throw rate. So defensively, the recipe is there. Now, Nebraska is a team that doesn't rebound well on either end of the floor, but despite the size Indiana has, they don't either. But I could see this being a difference maker in this game, that we see Ware or Reneau eat on the glass and maybe some second chance opportunities for Indiana to keep them in this game. From a player props perspective, maybe that's something you go to, and it should be if you feel like Indiana can cover this number. But with the length that they have between Reneau and Ware, they struggle, Indiana does, to defend the perimeter. Like, their opponents are shooting around 34% from 3. Their opponents are putting up 41% of their shots from there as well. So this is what you want to do to be able to beat Indiana, is take threes and make them at a high rate. And Nebraska is exactly that team. They take 45% of their shots from 3, which is a top 30 rate in the entire country. And they're also very efficient shooting from 3, close to 36% on the season. A guy like Keisei Tominaga has been great for them as of late. So in this particular matchup, the way these teams play stylistically, I just don't see it for Indiana here. I don't get this line. I'm usually pretty hesitant to play these when I'm just can't make sense of a line like this. But this is one in particular where the matchup to me is just, I'm going back to it. This Nebraska team has treated me really well in these matchups, so I'm going to go with them once more. So I'm going to take Nebraska -3.5. And finally, going to go back to a player prop. We cashed yesterday with Caleb Love over threes. I'm going to go to Jaden Ledee over 19.5 points. I'm going to use the help here from our friends over at props.cash. Awesome player prop tool to be able to help you betting player props in college basketball, the NBA, Major League Baseball coming soon. They're going to have stuff for that. Awesome tool showing you data from in terms of player prop, their trends, the opponent and what they do well, or what they should be able to do well against them, and all these different underlying numbers to help you with your betting. Awesome filters for home, road, playoffs, all that kind of stuff. Now, so for this spot here with Ledee, he's over in 8 of his last 10 games. Awesome to see there. And Ledee was fed yesterday against UNLV. He had 21 field goal attempts and scored 34 points. Also got to the line a ton. And 3 of the last 4 games, he's taking 15 plus shots. If he takes 15 plus shots in this game, super confident he can get over this number, because you look at the most recent meeting with Utah State, he had 23 points in that game, so over this number, of course, and I would expect his efficiency to be very, very strong in this one, because Utah State is a team, elite 3-point defense, but inside on the interior, they're brutal. They're 303rd in 2-point defense this season. Their opponents are shooting over 53%. So Ledee was right around 50% yesterday. Expect that number to be similar, if not better, in this game. And as well, he's getting to the free throw line so much. He's averaging 10 free throw attempts per game right now. And he's also a pretty efficient free throw shooter too. He's shooting 72% of the free throw line. So this is a guy who gets all his points inside, doesn't take much of any threes at all, and can obviously gets to the line at a high rate regardless of the opponent, because he's just such a physical, dominating player. If you haven't watched him, tonight's the night to watch him. He's an incredible talent for the San Diego State team, and I think they continue to ride him here in this game with Utah State. So at 19.5 points, I'm comfortable taking the over here, considering his volume and the matchup. All right, those are my 3 favorite plays for the Friday slate in college basketball. Again, if you are looking for more, drop me a follow on Twitter. I'll be sharing some more plays there. And then as well, we're live at noon every single weekday here on the YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out. Lines at lunch. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button for me. We got more college basketball content coming for you, and we will see you on the next one.